everyone, it's Ericka from Minding Business, and today I'm going to be minding your business because, as promised, this video is going to be dedicated to answering some of the questions that you all have asked. Now, I am going to try and post these Q&A videos every week, but if I cannot do every week, I will try and do bi-weekly. So if you do have any questions, please leave those in the comment section of the videos. I do try and go through those videos and skim through the comments to pull out the most frequently asked questions and answer those during these Q&A videos. If you do have a more personalized question to ask, I do advise you to book a private one-on-one consultation. You can do that by clicking the link down in the description of this video and all of the other videos. There is a link that will allow you to book a private one-on-one consultation with me. And during that consultation, I'll have more time to dedicate to your more personalized questions. But again, I like to answer the more frequently asked questions during our Q&A videos so that I can serve as many people as possible. So to jump right into it, our first question comes from Max. Max has questions about business plans, more specifically about business plans to attract investors. So to answer your question, Max, the first part of your question is, where can you find a professional to create your business plan? And my recommendation is to check Upwork. Upwork is a great platform to find a professional for really almost anything. I've used Upwork so many different times, but Upwork has a plethora of different professionals that can create your business plan. You'll be able to see plans that they've created in the past. You'll also be able to see somewhat of a resume, and you'll be able to reach out to those professionals to see if that person works for what you're looking for. Now, there is no one size fits all when it comes to hiring someone to create a business plan. You want to make sure that that person is going to do the research that is needed so that your business plan shows exactly what your market looks like, the outlook or the projections for your business, and succinctly and concisely explains what your business is to the investor. Now, many times when you are cold emailing or cold contacting, especially investors, you will not have the opportunity to talk to the investor. So you're relying on the business plan to explain what your business is in a way that's going to attract the investor to reach out to you or to request more information. Now, I advise you to always have an executive summary that comes along with your business plan. And I say that because a business plan is typically about 20 plus pages. Now, because you have a 20 plus page business plan, when you are reaching out to an investor, most of them do not have the time to sit there and skim through all 20 of your pages for your business plan. So you want to have an executive summary. Your executive summary is typically between 1 and 2 pages. The executive summary is basically a summary of everything that's in that business plan. The executive summary is intended to pull in that investor. So now, once they look over that executive summary, if they want more information, they know that they can get that information from out of your business plan. Another thing that you want to make sure you do when hiring a professional is you want to make sure that professional is going to do the research that is needed in order to draft up that business plan. You do not want a business plan that is general. They're pulling just random information that they just Googled quickly off of the internet and putting it in your business plan. You don't want that to happen. You want them to take the time to strategically build out your projections, strategically show what your market is doing, the projections or the outlook of your market, and pull all of that and tie all of that into your business. So that's going to be very important as well. So again, I would recommend looking at Upwork. I would say for the second half of your question, you probably want to look at investing a couple of $100s in the beginning for that business plan. Now, I'm sure you can find a professional to create a business plan for you for less than that, but you're going to get what you pay for. So most professionals that have experience in creating these business plans, they're spending time on creating these plans for you, and the plan is very individualized based on your business. So you want them to spend the time to do the research, to spend the time to draft up this plan that is perfectly fit for your business. So investing a couple of $100s is something that you want to expect. Now, along with your business plan, you also want to have a pitch deck. The pitch deck is so very important because a pitch deck is going to be a slideshow type presentation that's explaining what your business is. Your pitch deck should not be longer than about 12 to 15 different slides and should not have a lot of text. The pitch deck is going to basically be your first method of explaining what your business is to the investor or the prospective investor. Now, the pitch deck should be something that's pulling that investor in, that's making them want more. That more is going to come in the form of your business plan. So your pitch deck should include traction, should include some of what your business is all about, information about your team, and it should be as polished and professional as possible, because this pitch deck is really going to be your first impression. So if you are cold emailing, cold contacting investors or prospective investors, what I mean when I say cold emailing, cold contacting is you do not have an introduction from someone else that knows that investor and knows you. Cold emailing is if you just find their email address online and you're pitching them and sending them a deck. When you're doing that, you want your deck to look as professional and as polished as possible, so they want more information. So a website that I recommend for the pitch deck is Slidebean. You are going to look at investing a little bit in Slidebean as well to create your pitch deck, but this is something that you can do that's going to look very polished and very put together, because you're going to use templates, the same color scheme, and it's going to look really, really good once you put all of your information in. So to wrap up your answer, Max, for your question, you're going to look at investing a couple of $100s into the professional to draft up your business plan. And a website that you can go to is Upwork for that business plan, or to find a professional to do that business plan for you. And you do also want to make sure your business plan is coming with an executive summary, and you want to make sure that you also have a deck that goes along with your business plan. The deck is what you're going to use in the beginning to do outreach to the prospective investors. I talk a lot more about pitch decks, about elevator pitches during the masterclass that my husband and I have, which you can also get to by clicking the link down in the description of this video and every other video. So I hope that answered your question. If you have any more personalized or personal questions pertaining to the business plan, pertaining to your business, please feel free to book a consultation. Now, to answer the next question, you want to know, and I think is it Trisha? I think Trisha asked this question. You wanted to know how you can get your product into the Stork Bag. I get asked this a lot. You can go to the website, thestorkbag.com, scroll all the way to the bottom of the page. You'll see something that says product submission. Click on product submission, and you are going to complete, it's a pretty short form. A form is going to ask a little more information about your product. And then once you submit that form, my team will review the information and reach out to you if we need any additional information, and we go from there. So again, if you are looking to get your product into the Stork Bag, if you think that your product would be a great fit, head over to our website, thestorkbag.com, scroll all the way to the bottom, click on product submission, fill out that short form, and my team will get back to you within about 48 hours with information or requesting more information or next steps. Hope that answers your question, Trisha. Next question, do I need a website? I'm sorry, guys, I didn't write down the names that asked these questions. So the next question comes from someone that asked if they need a website for their business, if their business is not a product that is more of a global, or basically they're asking if they need a website for their business, if it's not an e-commerce business or if it's not an online business. The answer is yes, you do need a website. It's 2020, it's 2020, everyone's on the internet, everyone's online, and even if you have a business that is a brick and mortar or somewhere where someone comes into your business and shops, even if you have a business that may not necessarily need an online component, I do recommend you have something that people can go to, or that you can steer people to learn more about your business, more about your products, more about your offerings, more about your services. So yes, you do need a website. You don't have to invest a lot in creating a website either. There are many platforms that you can use to create your website. GoDaddy, Bluehost, I think you can create free websites on Wix. So I recommend, yes, having a website. If you have any type of business, you do need to have some type of social media presence, and you do need to have a website that's going to allow people to find you more easily, and that's going to allow people to learn more about what your business is. So our next question, how important is a newsletter and social media? Social media is very important. You want to have some type of social media presence. Social media not only connects you to your demographic quicker and more easily, but it also allows you to kind of show what you're doing on a more social side. So whether that is through posting information about your business, posting graphics and different pictures and tips about what your business is or geared toward your particular demographic, social media presence is very, very important. So yes, you do need social media. I do also recommend a newsletter. The newsletter is going to allow you to reach out to all of the people who have signed up for your newsletter and provide them with different incentives through coupons and sales, and also just keep them in the loop with all of the new happenings in your particular business. So I do recommend a newsletter. I do recommend social media. Our last question that I'm going to answer in this video is about cross-posting content on social media. This basically means cross-posting the same information or the same things or same posts that you put on Instagram. Should you just connect all of your social media pages, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and post the same thing on every platform? I do not recommend this. This works sometimes on, like, if you're connecting your Twitter and Instagram, maybe that'll work, but I recommend posting different types of content on your Facebook page. I recommend that because the Facebook algorithm is so totally different from the other social media platforms. Facebook also has a different type of crowd typically than that of Instagram. So if you are posting and you're trying to connect and build your social media audience, I would recommend posting specific content on Facebook and different content on social media. Different content on Instagram. Now, Instagram would be more about graphics and pictures and things that visually pull in your audience or your following. Facebook is going to be more about information sharing. So maybe your articles, your blog posts, tips, sharing different happenings about what's going on with your business and being more interactive. So I recommend posting different content. I do not recommend you posting the same content on all of your social media platforms. Facebook should be more information sharing. Instagram should be more visual sharing. So I hope that answered your questions. I hope that answers some of the questions that you all may have. And if you do have any other questions, feel free to leave those in the comments. I hope some of you were able to take away some gems in everyone's question that I did answer. I hope that this provided enough feedback to help you move along in your entrepreneurial journey. If you do have any personalized questions, please feel free to book a consultation. I do want to share one of these books that I have read and I really, really like. It's called The Well-Spoken Woman. Now, it does say The Well-Spoken Woman. It does not necessarily only have to be for women, but I'm a woman, so I was attracted to this book. This is a great book. Talks about basically being able to effectively state your ideas, being more polished and prepared when talking about your ideas, or really when talking in general. It's also going to talk about some techniques that you can use to be taken more seriously, how to overcome public speaking anxiety, and really how to be more assertive in your opinions and be able to speak with confidence. So I do recommend that book. Again, it's called The Well-Spoken Woman. You can purchase that on any of the bookstore websites. Go to one of your bookstores, or of course, it can be purchased on Amazon. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, because we need more subscribers. Thank you so much for everyone who has already subscribed. I'm looking forward to continuing to grow and build Minding Business. Send in your questions. Check out the description to learn more about the things that I talked about in this video, as well as websites that I recommend. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for tuning in.